He's just a sexy boy, sexy boy. Good fucking morning. Hope everybody's doing well. Had the president at the Super Bowl last night. Bonkers. Good morning, Marklin. What's up? Yep. I had to go, yeah. I spent yesterday with the little woman. Got my batteries all charged up. Phone cable. These guys haven't put nothing new out, huh? Where's Rich been? Rich, I thought you were gonna do a fucking review channel. I don't know what the fuck happened. Smooth, autonomous, Mach 1, Jinx, what's up? Uh-oh. Hello? Sorry, had a little phone call I had to take there. So, since there's nothing really new, I guess, to watch, we'll just watch some old shit, right?
Everybody, it's Rich 220, and this is what we got for you today. I already had 6 of them in the car, if you remember, right? And I was having a problem getting one out. There you go. Okay. The rest of this video is poked at the naysayers. You know who you are. I don't see your fat butt up underneath a car working on it in any of your videos. You personally. So you talking smack about me just proves that you're stupid. Now, 6 bearings are in.
There we go.
There's no scarring on any of the journals. I checked all 8 of them. I did plastic gauge on 3 of them. One in the beginning of the engine, one in the middle of the engine, and one on the end of the engine. Okay? There are 2 bearings left in that box. That's what's going in. These are all in the car already, all these empty boxes. So, that being said, stop talking crap about me, because I've done lower end.
What do you guys think about Trump showing up? First time ever a sitting president attends the Super Bowl. America is back in the golden ages. Love it.
Repair work on the car and upper end repair work on the car. Okay, I have done the timing chain, a set of gears, double roller. Okay, I've done new radiator hoses for the heater core and for the radiator. I have replaced a few rocker arms underneath the valve covers. I have cleaned all of the push rods.
Or better off, renaming the Gulf of Mexico the United States there, and then fucking signing it while he's over it.
And I have cleaned the intake valley, okay, of any sludge that was possibly going to be in there. I have since drained this engine twice of its fluid and engine oil. Okay, the oil pan is down there loose right now. Okay, I had to do head gaskets twice. The second time they took. The first time they did not, because I was straddling myself on a plastic stool, straddling a head over the fender trying to put it in over here. And what it did was it buckled the head gasket up against the firewall. That's the truth. Now, as you can see from the radiator, we've already checked out all the freeze out plugs and everything else. There is antifreeze in that radiator. Okay? It's been in there since I fixed the heating system. I had rebuilt the original carburetor. That means,
guys, if I'm being honest, I didn't even make the halftime show. I passed out. I had spent the previous day chasing some apple pie, charging the batteries, and by yesterday when I got home, I was too pooped to pop.
cleaning it out and making sure everything is in its proper place, not something that's been rigged in order for it to partially work. The last two connecting rods are going to be done this afternoon because I just wanted to get them out. They're very easy to put in. All you got to do is take a screwdriver to the bearing itself, and it pops out of its little clip that it locks into. And then you can spin another one up in there with STP oil treatment.
Smooth, what's
on the part that goes against the journal, okay? And you can lock it back into the actual connecting rod itself. Then you can pull the connecting rod down using a little bit of a brace on the side of the engine block underneath where the oil pan goes, okay? Then you can lock down your caps after you put the new bearing in on the cap end.
What did you do? Pound one off? Yeah, that's exactly what I did, Dad.
Nice, went out. Okay. Then you just lock down your nuts on the connecting rod cap bolts, okay, to 35 foot-pounds for each one. You go back and check them double, make sure, okay. Then there's a little pin that's in the oil pan that holds the oil pump in place. So I got to get that out of the oil, and then I got to get up in there and figure out a way to get that little pin to stay in there again, and then put the screen back in. Because if not, then I'm going to have to come up with something else in order to get that to stay where it needs to be. Other than that, all I have to do is put the rear oil pan seal.
Doug Battery, he don't know what the fuck he's talking about. He don't have the first fucking clue. I almost swear like sometimes he has like little cue cards that he reads off of. Because he don't have the first fucking clue. But I will tell you this, Rich, thank you, because so many people are asking about the zero lash, all your little fucking critiqued words that you like to say that could be put on a t-shirt. I think it's going to be epic. And it's coming.
And the front oil pan seal back on.
I don't have the first fucking clue.
Use some RTV gasket sealant and tighten down the bolts.
Yeah, Bruce, we had 339, but I'm assuming that Rich just couldn't take the heat. He had to step out of the kitchen.
That's because I still have a fuel pump problem. I think it's
they always come back.
The actual fuel pump itself. So what I'll do is I'll gravity feed it from here in a container going right into the carburetor. And then I will run it and let it go until things heat up. Then we'll know for sure if everything is sealed up like it's supposed to. Okay. And I'm pretty sure it is because, I mean, heck, there's nothing leaking anywhere. Let's see. Then I got to get the spark plugs.
And also, big shout out to Bad Tree, Blake over there. He's been kind enough to take a little bit of the time, take a little bit of his own time, and to make me those wonderful Java photos that you guys are seeing on my community page. That would never have been possible without Bad Tree, Blake over there. So thank you, Blake. I appreciate that.
Them back in. I really shouldn't have to set the timing too much because all I did was loosen the bolt and turn the distributor a little bit. So I may have to turn it back a hair. The spark plugs, the reason why I can turn the engine manually by hand is because the spark plugs are loose. They're only held in by like a partial thread.
Oh.
Right now. and it's allowing the air to escape from the pistons area, the cylinder walls.
Thank my $30 AM.
Now, I also painted
Oh,
this
yeah,
car.
man.
I located all the original parts for this car. Okay.
Hey, and Blake, I
the-
think I've come to the conclusion what's up with your dog. Your dog's got good taste in cars. He's up there. He knows what he wants. He wants to get behind the wheel.
The engine and the trans and all the parts that are on the engine externally are the original factory parts. In other words, there are 6 pistons in here that are original
Oh boy, here we go.
from 65 years ago.
Wow.
The voltage reducer that I bought, I installed because the other one was smoking. Now, let's see. I still have to make a battery tray for it, but I'm more concerned at this point with getting the car running.
Yeah.
And the last 2 pain in the butt connecting rod caps, I managed to get them out. And yep, regardless of what those 2 people say, and you know who you are, yes, sometimes you have to hit the caps with a hammer in order to get them loose.
Oh yeah.
You have to be careful, but you can do that. So if you don't think so, you really haven't worked on a car before. And you got no room to talk about anybody else.
Listen, fat cheeks. I don't know who the fuck you think you're talking to. You think just because you took something apart and you put it back together again, that that's some kind of great accomplishment. It really isn't. If you took something, listen, when you take something that's running and you take it apart, right? Now, guys, think about this. You're taking something apart that's running. May not be running that well, but it runs. And then you get your fat little fingers all involved in it. You put it back together, and it doesn't run. So how is that? If anyone wants me to create, they're thinking, leave it. Fire it off to Jeff. Oh, man, you rock, man.
Else at all. Now, I turned this car from what looked like Swamp Thing, which looked like somebody abandoned it in a junkyard 30 years ago, to making it a presentable car.
Yeah.
And now it's about ready to be a presentable car that runs. And all those people that don't know what they're talking about, do yourself a favor, because every time you post a video saying that I don't know what I'm doing or trying to make fun of this or make fun of that or whatever the case may be, you just wind up making yourself look dumber every time you do it.
So wait a minute. How does this make you look? Do we ever think about this, guys? How does this make him look? He did nothing but for 3 years talk shit about everyone else. And Rich, clip your nose hairs, by the way, too. That's disgusting. 3 years, this car is going to run all the haters. The last video you guys are going to see is me in the 57 backing out of the driveway. We didn't even get to see it getting towed out of the fire. That would have been a good video to do a before and after, or when he had the thing towed out of there.
So that's all I got to say.
He's a pure loser.
The next video that will be posted will be the video of me driving the car out of the driveway. Yeah, it don't have any brakes, but it does have an e-brake.
Listen to this.
And that's cable driven. So if I have to stop, I will pull that. I'm not going far. I'm just going to drive it out of the driveway to flaunt in all those people's faces that said or naysay.
Dad, are you still in the comments? So, guys, I got to tell you something. This is way off topic. But literally from my house, it's probably about 2 miles away, I found a store that I'm going to go in there and make a video. The shit they have in there is incredible. I'm talking from neon lights, to fucking, art sculptures art sculptures that have been made out of pots and stuff. I mean, fucking everything. Mini bikes, go-karts, just everything you could possibly imagine. And then they have wicked high-end shit too. It's like they have a little bit of everything. They have a whole fucking wall with guitars from Stevie Ray Vaughan, Eric Clapton, Crosby, Stills, and Nash. I mean, just so much shit in there. Diz, you will fucking, when you guys see this video of this place, you're going to be like, what the fuck? It's coming.
To me,
I think the name of it, Divine.
Wouldn't be able to do it. Yes, I did do it. And you're stupid for thinking otherwise. Like and subscribe, folks. Leave a comment down below.
I'm definitely, because this girl, she showed it to me. We went there. And then when I got back home, I said to my father, I said, get your shit on. I got to bring you somewhere. Oh, Diz, you will go absolutely fucking shithouse when you see this place. Shithouse. It's crazy, the stuff they got. I just didn't have the time really to walk. You could probably make an hour plus video just walking around. I mean, it's a huge storage building, you know, like a big warehouse building. And yeah, go live. Go live there. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let me stick my phone on the charger. Maybe I will do that.
Hey, it still counts.
Hello, everybody. Out of
You were right. We have to move on.
let's see. I don't.
Oh, Diz, it's worth it. And like I said, they have literally a little bit of everything from collectibles, signs, neons, sports memorabilia. Dad, what was the name of that place? Is it like called Divine? I think it's called
I don't know how
Divine.
to say this.
Ellen, wait.
Except for to come out to say it. I'm losing my house.
Oh,
Either going to sell it or I'm going to wind up with nothing.
I'm telling you not to put phones in.
I've been falling behind in the mortgage payments. I can't afford it anymore. I can't do anything because I'm overweight. I've had the heart attack. I got the stent. I got the arthritis, the lower back problems. I'm out of breath. You know, I have no energy.
I just figured out a better way to deal with it.
And I don't want to be running around like a chicken with my head cut off and giving myself another heart attack. My job is not paying me enough money to pay my bills. So I don't know what else to do. So hopefully I could sell the house and maybe put a contingency on it, you know, towards the
and guys, listen, again, I actually watched some of that interview again with when Austin was grilling him. Here's the deal. Even if he didn't have the nitro pills, the way he was so jammed up, not even knowing what his own like in other words, if you have a health condition, right? Whether it's fucking something severe or just something, you know, whether it be bipolar or fucking anxiety, whatever. You know the diagnosis, so you're going to know the lingo. You're going to know what pills you're on. This guy is a lying motherfucker. He just makes everything up.
the mortgage
You
that's
don't have
partially
shit.
in default.
Absolutely right.
It's not all the way in default because they've gotten at least half of the mortgage payment for the past couple of months. Last month they got the full mortgage payment, but now it's going up to $1,800, and I just don't make that kind of money.
Right there's oh, what did I do? Fuck. You know, let's watch a couple shorts. But exactly.
Don't you believe it?
Jabba.
Don't you believe it?
In the off season, I'm
Why did I have to do this? I had to click out of the fucking thing. Who cares about a short or a personal message? I know we're probably already seen it.
Hello, everybody. It's Rich220. And, well, depending on the weather tomorrow, hopefully I can at least get another one of these connecting rod bearings in between my morning run and my afternoon run. Once again, some of the people have brought it to my attention that business has gotten a little bit out of control, and I'm just trying to let everybody know that I'm done with it. I'm not going to let them antagonize me anymore, and I'm not going to put up with it.
Huh.
Life is too short to be dealing with somebody who can't be reached upstairs.
Like you. This is all you. Self-projection.
Doing the same thing. Somebody who habitually does it and doesn't know when to stop. I mean, apparently...
We keep spending most our lives living in a pedo's paradise.
Drama, and I got too many things going on in my life right now, and I've got too many issues of my own to actually play these games with people like that. So that's where it comes down to, and I'm just I'm done with it. I'm gonna finish the car, and my last video for it will be.
Rich, how does it make you feel to know that every single person that is not only in the chat, right to the person that is speaking to you right now, if you didn't have the safety of your phone, okay, and you actually had to face people, you'd never get away with it. You'd get the shit smacked out of you. Too many lies. Exactly. You'd think he was given so many opportunities to just let it go, but
behind the car.
Deja Vu, that's the name of the store.
And it's going to be me driving the car out of the driveway. And that's going to be the short. That's going to be the last short for that car. Because then it's getting put away.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping, God willing, that everything that I've done on that car has turned out right, and there's not going to be any major drastic issues with it.
Good morning, RD. Oh, I did it again.
Going to continue with my thing and finish the car up, at least get the motor running.
Indeed, good morning.
And then the rest of the stuff, I'll show you guys as I go along, which will be the interior, because I still got to put a lot of things back together inside. And then I have to do some metal fabrication on the outside. The reason why I painted over the metal that I pop riveted is because the weather that I have up here, it's not like Florida. So, things.
I'm almost positive they do. Deja Vu. I know for a fact because they had a big they have like a big news article that's in the store that's about them. I believe that would be Londonderry, New Hampshire. But if it's not, if you can't find it under Londonderry, look under Derry. But I'm almost positive it's Londonderry.
Can get very rusty very quick, and instead of constantly replacing the metal because of bare metal, it's just better to cover it up.
Jerry,
the area that doesn't need to be painted, what I'll do is I'll tape it off, and I don't need to blend or mix the paint because, and I'll show you why right now. Yes, they are rattle cans. That's what I've used.
He's a rattle can man.
This is the same color that the 57 Chevy is. It's deep turquoise. Okay. And in case you didn't know, you can actually take those cans and you can empty them into a gallon container. And you can put hardener and reducer in that. and you can use a compressor and an air gun.
Real quick, off subject again, back to this Deja Vu place. They have license plates. And I could not fucking believe the price of license plates. Like stupid money. Stupid money. They also, you know what they're doing now with the license plates? They make what they call license plate bracelets. I don't know who the fuck would ever want one, but they sell these things for $5 a piece, and literally all it is a little strip of the license plate that they bend, you know, to like a bracelet.
In order to paint your car too, okay? So it's not all that difficult. The thing is that a lot of those body shops, like if you remember Earl Schreiber, they were actually painting any car for $89.95. Okay, well, no, okay? You don't do like 1 or 2 coats on the car and then walk away from it. You have to do at least 3 coats minimum in order to get good coverage and a good seal. You know what I'm saying? So that's...
And Diz, they got firemen shit in there
again.
too.
I'm going to paint the car again because there's some spots where I guess I didn't get it. There's enough of the primer or whatever the case may be. And this time around, I'm going to wet sand it, and I'm going to have to go to a speed shop like Mother's or something like that and pick up some machine glaze by 3M. It's called Perfected 3. And then I use my DeWalt polisher, which actually is variable speed from, 1,000 to 3,500. And do that 1 foot by 1 foot section at a time in order to bring the pigmentation back out after you wet sand. I don't use clear coat. I never have. I never will. And the reason why is because I don't like the peeling up effect after, a couple of years down the road. So that's the difference between my paint jobs and others that use that clear coat. Every time I hear the word clear coat, I kind of cringe because I know what's in store down the road. And it's the same thing like Bondo. Bondo, up here, it doesn't last long. What happens is, because of the weather, the coldness, the hotness, the coldness, the hotness, the rain, the snow, the sleet, the hail, the salt, everything else, it just makes that stuff bubble. Oh, yeah. And they wind up running down to the bottom. It looks like you got raindrops, but that's actually the Bondo bubbling and separating from
your car, the side of it, it looks like the side of the Pacific Ocean. Oh, we got a new video there too.
The car. And the epoxy, the JB Quick or JB Weld, which is what it is epoxy. It's a mixed together epoxy. It has a lot more of a stronger bonding agent than Bondo does, and it doesn't wind up separating like Bondo. So that's the reason why I use that, in case anybody was wondering why I did that on the 51 Chevy. The 51 Chevy didn't have a lot of body work that needed to be done. But in the areas where it did have to be done, yeah, that's your best bet. You need to have some kind of sealant between the metal and the paint, especially when it was rusty, like that car was on the door in the back on the passenger side, just below the, the fender bulge or whatever, that people were taking a picture of and making fun of me about, my body work skills. But I've worked in quite a few garages.
Oh boy!
In my time, I've even worked for a couple of bus company garages, and I've not let go because of my lack of experience. I was actually a mechanic turned into a bus driver. So yeah, I chose the bus driving position because I'm getting old, and when you get old, things don't work like they did when you were younger. And I can't run around like a chicken anymore. So, I got to do whatever it is I can do in order to make ends meet. So that's the deal. I just figured I'd give you guys a heads up. Everything on my end is complete. It's done. I'm not doing anymore. I'm not even going to these people's personal page anymore. Let them, hear themselves talk. as far as I'm concerned. I've got better things to do with my time.
Rich, I could sit here and
Thank
talk
you
to
for the,
myself all day.
Heads up. Thank you for your subscription. Thank you for watching my videos, and I hope you keep watching my videos. And we'll see
I
you in the
need
next one, folks.
sponsors.
Like and subscribe, and leave a comment down below, and hit the bell for post notifications. Have a
Bye.
good day.
Bye. I'll just keep doing them, Rich. I
Hello,
told you.
everybody. It's Rich220 once again. 3 times in one day.
No, I already did that one. I can't do that one again. I just did that one. Oh, a sick day.
Hey,
Oh!
folks, it's Rich220. There's not going to be a 57th video today. I was up most of the night editing videos,
Editing?
and now I feel like garbage.
Wait a minute.
Hey, folks, it's Rich220. There's not going to be a 57th video today. I was up most of the night editing videos.
He was up most of the night editing videos. What fucking video is this mutt ever put out that's been edited? Can someone please tell me in the comments what fucking video this guy's ever put out that's been edited? And by the way, Paul and Megan put their channel back up with just shorts. Does nothing. Good morning.
Now I feel like garbage. I feel like something. I even look like something the cat brought in, crying out loud.
Look at the hair.
Yeah, look at my hair. Oh, well, I'm bored. Anyway, I don't feel too good. So today is just going to be a break. I want to try and keep up with, visual appearance anyway, so that way people can see that there's still being a video no matter what produced. So that way you guys know that I haven't quit. I'm just, taking a little breather for today. All right, so like and subscribe. Do a comment down below. Hit the bell for post notifications. See you next time.
Oh, poor me. Update on everything.
Hello, everybody. It's Rick.
Oh, this, I don't think I've ever.
Hello, everybody. It's Rich220.
Look at that.
And, well,
What the fuck?
looks like I'm going to have to do this another way because the second tool that I have, which is supposed to
Is
be
that where the kid sit?
spring compressor, is not doing it. It's bending. If you look at it, the bottom part is actually on
There's
the bottom
nothing
part
in
of
the
the valve.
house.
And, well, actually the top part of the valve. I don't know which one they would call it. I think that's actually the top. And it's arced already. That's the second tool. They're made cheaply. So
Come here.
I have these, and then I have this press, but the only problem is it's not wide enough to go around the head itself. So it looks like what I'm going to have to do is take a socket over that valve spring and hit it with a hammer after I put something underneath the other side of the head, like, a sheet or something like that, so it don't get damaged. But now I've been doing a lot of rearranging, so there's not a lot in here anymore. Got a nice wide open area to walk without banging into something. I used to drive me nuts doing that. So here we are outside. It's my sandblast cabinet. We don't want to get a copyright strike, so I'll turn that down. Maybe you won't hear it. And then, nope, I can still hear it. Okay, we'll turn it off. I don't know why they give you a copyright strike. The radio plays it. So if a news media station can hear it, is the company going to sue them because they're playing somebody's record or somebody's
Rich, it really
tape?
doesn't matter.
whatever
You're
the heck
not
it is.
monetized, so.
Anyway, these are the old. That's the old one, the old door panel. That's the new one. That's the last one that I haven't put in. I had it in the car, but not installed. There's the clean sink. 17 open-end wrenches.
Wow.
I almost threw all those sockets out. So I'm going through a lot of stuff, and I'm finding a lot of stuff. I've got 5 paint guns, and I got all these wrenches. And I got all those sockets. And I got more sockets too. And I'm going to clean these drawers out.
Bro, you take care of your tools just as good as you do your car.
And reorganize everything. So, you know, that way I'm right back to where I was. I think I got like 7 pairs of vice grips. I got like 4 or 5 test lights, Allen keys. I mean, it's ridiculous. I'm finding things all over the place. And then, of course, you know, we got my air ratchets and everything else. Got a whole bunch of them right there. And then, you know,
Yep,
there's my paint guns.
all gone.
You know, so that's up and ready to go. And of course, the tire changing machine, you know that. And then, well, heck, we got.
Wait a minute. He got tire fucking changing machines. He's got all this shit, but he didn't have a fucking stand for the engine. What?
Anybody needs them. Not the kind you dump in the toilet. Okay, so I'm going to have to do it the hard way because apparently those springs are really in there. And I'm going to have to take a socket or whatever and
They spread on my
go over it and pound it with a hammer. It seems to be about the only way, unless I want to go and take the heads to a garage and pay $350 per head to have them done. And
Yeah, I'm
chances-
surprised fucking little fat man hasn't popped in yet. I know he's watching. He's probably dying to fucking leave a comment, but he's got the skin of a paper. He doesn't want to be attacked by people in the chat.
Sorry, those shops usually don't get them right anyhow. So yeah. Here's the door.
I like the, it's a nice color, but it's just the way it's applied. And I already said too, the rims, when he did the rims, I thought that come out really nice, but
Oh,
that's about it.
on the passenger side. That is installed. Now, that piece of trim that's on
Look
it,
at that.
that was not from the original door panel. I made that. Okay, there is one on the driver's side.
Look at all the wrinkles in it.
That one is original. Now, mine ain't perfect, but it's better than nothing because that's what was in here, nothing. Yep.
What about the
So
headliner?
this is going to be taking my time. And then when the weather starts to change, I'm going to put it in the carport. Get it out of the way.
I hope he does R&D.
Yep, we still have all these bicycles. Hee-haw. Like I need all that to ride, right? Okay, here's the Oldsmobile. Now, when I was taking the Bondo off, well, if you look straight down from where I'm at, right below the Delta 88, it curves inward.
That car went to
They had it going
scrapyard.
flat out. And that's not the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So that's got to be refabricated. I'm going to get back on here and grind this again, but, you know, mainly what I wanted to do was get all that Bondo off of there. I'm going to have to redo this again because the liquid or whatever that they used actually embedded itself into the metal, but there's no rust except for down there. Nothing up here. Not even in the front. And they whop
I love that bumper jack.
Bottom piece on that too, but yeah, it's going to be done too. It's just going to take time. Like I said, I'm back at work again. I got to clean that off. That's all that Bondo that came off of that fender. So, and yep, a little bit at a time, folks. You know. Yeah, I don't know what I look like. I probably look like hell, but how you doing?
Hey, fat man.
Then I got to get this going. This was my mother's. Let me see if we can see this in here. I don't know if I can even get in here. Okay. That was my mother's car.
To the
That was the last
scrapyard.
car she bought that was brand new.
to the scrapyard because Rich dropped the tree on it.
That's got 68,000 miles on it.
Wow. That goes to the scrapyard too.
Well, looks like I gotta cut some grass.
You think?
And the water went green again.
I bet.
Ugh. I'm probably just gonna drain this and try and refill it next year.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's doing any good, so I gotta cut some grass, a lot of grass, and I don't know, maybe what I'll do is I'll just close it for this year to try and keep it from, getting the liner cracked. I'll have to somehow hook up the water line for a little bit to fill it up because it's way below its normal. I'll skim out the leaves and stuff like that. Let's see. I don't know what the hell's going on back here. I haven't been out.
You know what I want to do is I want to go. I think I already watched it, but it's okay. Was it this one? Is this the one he bitches?
What other game consoles you want to talk about? You have.
This is when he got upset. But it's not my fault. Woof.
I see we got the recorders in here already.
Oh.
Yeehaw.
What would you do? Don, what's up? Oh, nothing. Just re-stealing Rich's video.
Zero. How you doing?
This is a replay, Jerry.
So, I want to get down to the brass tacks of everything with some people.
Let's go, baby.
I'm sure you've heard quite a few things that are not good about me.
That's all right. Sometimes, you know, I mean, life is, you know, an everyday thing, you know. So you got to do what you got to do. But yeah, I've been fighting with a lot of people because, you know, they just don't make sense with some of the stuff they say.
What's up?
You know,
Rick?
like I collect Hot Wheels. I've had Hot Wheels for a few years now, and I keep them in storage bins with the original cards that are on them, you know. And I had bought a 69 Hot Wheels track, which is vintage. It's an antique. And I set it up to make sure all the parts were there, you know, because sometimes you'll buy something that's secondhand or something like that.
Now, we already busted this is a lie because he had the same exact set in his old house. So, I don't know.
And it won't be complete, you know. So, in the midst of doing that, I had a set of the newer tracks that they make for the kids nowadays. And the newer tracks are actually half the size of the tracks that they make made in '69. And so people are paying more for half of what they used to pay for, you know. And I've been, you know, people busting my chops about my radios and my tapes and everything else. Well, the tapes get played in the radios that I have. And yes, I do know how to fix them. I actually have to take one of them apart because there's a problem with the microphone stopping the speakers from working. I think it's something inside that's loose. So I have to fix that. But the Hot Wheels is my main concern. Like, they're calling me sick because I have them in bins, and they all have the original cardboard back cards on them. So in other words, they're not taken out of the package to be played with. They're there to be collected, and when I get bored with it, or I get bored with buying them, then I'll wind up selling them. You know. Some of them are reproductions of the red lines that they made back in the '60s, and they're numbered. They come in an 8-pack, and they're still closed. They're not open. And on eBay, you'll see those things go anywhere from $50 to $75 and up, depending on which issue it is. If it's number
You're
one,
such a liar, bro.
then it's usually a little bit more because, you know, it's not that hard to get the second version. But I just like collecting them because, you know, it was something I could do. And they were talking about, well, why did you get those instead of an engine stand? Well, when you live in a house for 20 years and you have bills to pay and stuff like that, not everybody has money to buy an engine stand. You know, that's a lump sum of money, whereas the Hot Wheels cars are $1. They're not over 100. You know what I mean? An engine stand can cost you $200 and up. So, and you know, since they put Biden in office, everything's doubled. The cost of living. The only thing that hasn't gone up is your pay.
Okay. Since Biden's been in. This was 2 days ago. Trump's in. So,
And let's see. The other thing I had a problem with was people dredging up stuff that happened a year ago. Well, that's called overkill. And there's no reason to do that. At that point, you're actually slandering a person's character.
Oh, yeah?
And you can call it whatever the hell you want. But if I were to do that, they would be the first one to go off on me about it. Just like somebody did when I was in their live stream.
Listen. Bring me to court then. Sue me. Sue me. If it's defamation of character, sue me.
Hey, Twist. Nothing wrong with a person collecting Hot Wheels.
Yeah, there is.
I mean, if you're going to be 55 and play with them, then maybe.
That's
you know?
what you do.
But I have seen one person that actually has Hot Wheels, and they're not in the package, and his name is Alva. But that's not for me to decide. That's their right. They have every right in the world. And for somebody to sit there and make fun of them because of it or call them sick, that just shows that they're sick. Well, they're allowed to have their hobbies and their likes and whatever it is they like to do.
But the thing
But
is,
nobody-
R&D, when you get into a massive bulk like that, which I don't personally believe he has 50,000 of them, but let's say he does. Go on Marketplace. You can go on Marketplace, Craigslist. You can buy fucking huge lots for cheap money. I just, unless you have like these one-of-one car, not necessarily one-of-one cars, but not these new ones he's buying. They're not worth shit.
Everybody else is allowed to. Is that what they're trying to say? And when I go into this live stream and I get somebody sitting there chewing me, I don't even know who that guy I am. He has no idea. He never even got to know me. He's just sitting there calling me every freaking name in the book. And, you know, they're telling me to respect him while he's disrespecting me. And I'm like, I'm not going to have that.
No.
You're not going to hush me and, you know, and have this guy talk a bunch of crap about me, you know.
Mm,
Don't work that way.
no. Why
I hear you, Dennis.
don't you start
That's the
doing
way to
sit-ups?
go. And, you know, they're making fun of me because I moved into a studio or an efficiency. Well, that's my prerogative. I'm allowed to do whatever the hell I want.
Yeah.
I had a house. I had a wife. I had a stepson, you know. I
Yeah.
took care of him for 10 years.
Yeah.
He moved out on his own
Yeah.
and went to work for Chevrolet Corporation.
Yeah.
He has his own house. He's married. He's got kids,
Yeah.
you know. And if for any reason, the reason why you don't talk to me is because all the crap that these people have been putting out on YouTube.
What?
Because they're stating false statements and trying to make me look bad.
You
It's
make,
the same thing, Dennis. Doesn't stop.
you make yourself look
It's
bad,
nonstop.
and it won't stop.
These people just don't know when to quit.
It will not. I will not.
Yeah, so do I. I have over 5,000 as well. Look at right here. Does that make them a bad person? No.
Exactly, Battery. Now it's the YouTuber's fault. Has this man ever been at fault for anything in his life?
Wait a minute, I know that name. What's wrong? You all right?
No, I'm just sitting out here.
Okay, all right. I'm like, I know that name.
All right. Yep.
That's the landlord.
Yeah, well, like I said, some of the Hot Wheels that I have are commemoratives that they made in the blue boxes. Remember where you could see the actual car in the wet plastic window? Then in '93, they made a reproduction of the red lines, and they put them in a box, and they're numbered. They're actually stamped on the back. And, you know, they're making fun of me because I have them. They don't even know or not even paying attention to the fact that they're not opened. They're not being played with. Then they sit there and make fun of me about my racetrack. Well, I have a '69 speed test set from 1969.
Who cares?
And I set it up to make sure all the pieces were there.
No, bro,
Not
you
to
said
play
you were
with.
going to put it on the wall.
But they don't let you get in a word in edgewise. These people are so twisted in their own beliefs that they think they're right, no matter what you say.
Wow.
And the only thing that they do is blatantly disrespect you.
Mm.
You know, and then they don't want to be disrespected in return. They want to be respected. I'm like, no, it don't work that way. If you're going to talk crap to me, expect it back in return. I don't give a damn who the person is, right? Like Dennis, if I were to be friends with you and then all of a sudden I
Rich.
started being an ass.
How about this? Why don't me and you do one more sit down together, and I'll give you exactly what's on my mind and exactly how I feel, and I won't hold anything back. Because let me tell you something, bud. The only reason I didn't tear into you is because I was trying to be a good moderator. Well, no more.
expect it back in return. I don't give a damn who the person is.
Yep.
Right? Like Dennis, if I were to be friends with you and then all of a sudden I started being an ass and I started saying nasty, wouldn't you say it back to me? You know what I'm saying? It's like it's that defense mechanism. You don't want to be dealing with this crap, but because they got to put that in your face, you have no choice. Over and over again, I keep hearing the same crap. Oh, you play with the cars, you're a sicko. You play with toys that are meant for kids. Sicko. How am I a sicko? Oh, and nobody collects cassettes anymore. They do blue. I have Bluetooth. I have a boom box. There's 2 boom boxes that I have that actually have internal Bluetooth.
Now.
Boom box.
Now. Nobody's going to watch it anyways. But I would think that would be something interesting that people would like to watch. How you take an old boombox and make it Bluetooth compatible? I would think that would be pretty cool. But you're not even capable of doing that. It'll be the Bluetooth fault.
This is from the 80s. I've updated them.
Yeah, I bet you have.
I use the scanner in order to find out what board I can hook up the power source to and everything else. So. Yeah, I seen you in the other live stream. You want to come in here and make fun of me too? Don't kick him though, Twisted. I don't want to be blamed for not, for blocking him and for crying out loud.
Don't kick him. Don't kick him because I need other people to do my stuff. Don't kick him. You're such a fucking fanook. It's not even right. Don't kick him.
The fact of the matter is the Hot Wheels are in the original packaging.
No.
A lot of them are collector items. They're not toys for kids.
Yeah, they are.
You're not going to go and give a 3-year-old Redline Hot Wheels. Nobody in their right mind would do that because they know where they came from. They know what time period they're from. They know that they have.
Again, I'll bet you there's a lot of people in my chat that when they were kids, they were given Redlines because that's just how it was then.
Value. Go on eBay. Go on any of those freaking sites that sell stuff, even Facebook Marketplace. They're not selling for cheap. You're not going to get them for a couple of bucks. Anything that's Redline, you're going to be paying for.
Rich was a hall monitor.
But the thing is, like I said, the Hot Wheels that I have, they're in the original packages.
Who gives a fuck?
The track was taken out to make sure all the pieces were there. And then to do an experiment between the difference in Hot Wheels in 1969 and today. The tracks.
Who gives a fuck?
The tracks back then, you got double the length, and you probably paid what you're paying now for half the length.
Wow.
Yeah, I know you are. I know you're being respectful. That's cool. And, like I said, comes around, goes around. You give respect, you get respect,
Mm.
Well, see, women collect those. My mother used to collect those, mainly on the rarity of them. You know what I mean? Like how many were produced. And that's the same with the Hot Wheels. The Redlines is the same thing. It's based on how many they produce.
Who gives
and
a fuck?
Who finding out how many of them were produced. And
leave the kids alone.
Is. Like I have one original Hot Wheels that I bought off of eBay. I think I paid like $20 or $30 for it. It was the Hot Heap. Hot Heap was one of the original first cars that came out. Had what? What did she have? What did they have?
Oh.
Had. Oh, well, that's a bit much. See, I don't want to clutter my place up with all them. I mean, I got to take them out and put thumbtacks in each and every one of them, display them on the wall.
You got it.
But it's a lot easier to keep them in
tough. It's a fucking pedo paradise there.
And just stack them up in the closet. And they're not taking up the space. But what I have to do is because I moved them from the house to the storage facility, from the storage facility to the place I'm at now,
To the
I
hair,
dug
to
through
the
them
hair, I put it in
and straighten them
there.
out. So that way they're not all scattered all over the place in the bin.
Oh boy.
'Cause, like the one bin that actually has the red lines, the single ones, they were all on the bottom. They're supposed to be all up top because they're the older ones. The only thing that didn't work out well was me working on the 57 Chevy. I admit that. All right. Because I didn't do some of the things the right way. I didn't have the engine block machined, and I didn't have the heads machined. Okay, so what? Sue me. Know what I'm saying? That doesn't make you a bad person. And I painted the car with rattle cans. Oh well.
Oh
It's
wow.
not the first time I did it. It's not going to be the last time I do it either.
Yeah, I know. You're a fucking mucker.
But right now, the vehicle is stored somewhere,
No
and
one
I'm not
gives a
bothering with
fuck.
it until spring.
No one gives a fuck.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. If I ever get married again and I have kids or something like that with the person I'm with, and, I pass on, well, that's what they're going to have. They're going to have all that stuff as, part of their inheritance. There's other stuff as well, but still, just because I don't have the house anymore doesn't mean I'm lower than scum. And, you make that assumption, you might as well not sit there and look at yourself in the mirror and call yourself that,
Yeah. No.
My ex-wife, she hated the fact that I actually had a lot of video game consoles. She threw them out. Only after she left did I buy them back because, I could sit there at a bar all night. I could sit there at a strip club. I can get sauced till there's no tomorrow and get DUIs. I could gamble every last dollar I have. But do I do that? No. Because I got more brains than that upstairs. It's the reason why I don't drink. And the reason why I don't do drugs is because of the fact that I've seen what it does to people firsthand.
You got a headlight out. Oh, that's great. You can't see anything from the hurt house.
No, I don't drink. That's the thing. I don't. Yippee skippy. Trippy dippy pippy. You should finish the name. Nobody knocked anybody around. That's only hearsay by one person. There's no proof to back that up.
Pretty good video when they got it. All right.
Let's see. I have a lot of the old game systems from when we were kids. And I'm not just talking about me and my siblings. I'm talking about anybody that's my age in television, Atari, Coleco, Nintendo, what the heck was it? Xbox. The hell's the other one? PlayStation, I'd rather sit there and play video games than sit at a bar getting drunk and then taking my chances driving home and getting a DUI and wind up going to jail. Am I wrong for that? But you know what the funny thing is somebody will actually make that be an issue, and they'll make that be like, yeah, there is something wrong with it. There's something mentally wrong with you because you don't drink and go to bars and get a DUI.
You don't go out and drink because you get your ass fucking kicked.
Everything's got to be a total drag out fest. Like they gotta drag things out to the bitter end. Like shit that happened a year ago, they're still talking about today.
And it will never
Just
end.
let it go.
5
people
years
have
from
more
now.
or less about their loved ones being lost than that. I don't know if that means they're cold-hearted or they don't care or whatever, but you're gonna have to bear with me. I
Yes,
can't see what you're.
autonomous.
Right now I'm just doing painting around that place. So I got to finish up what I'm doing in mine, and then because we might need extra because the walls were soaked with nicotine from the previous person that stayed there. Try cleaning it off, but you can only clean off so much. And then it takes like 2 coats of paint in order to cover it. What's left? So I'm going to need more. I'm not doing any pity thing. I'm not doing any pity thing. Right now, I'm at the point where I'm just aggravated as hell because these people are sitting there dragging shit on. They won't let it go. And then, I got my people that are being infected with what I'm talking about because I'm talking about their asses. You know what I mean? Like, I can't carry on with what I do because they got to pull this crap every time I turn around. It's not right, Leave it go. It's over. It's done with. You expose whatever, let it be. Move on. It's not a review channel. It's a harassment channel if you keep dragging it out. And if I go on your live stream and you're somebody that I'm already having problems with, and you got somebody talking crap to me, but you don't like me talking crap to them, well, guess what? That's tough shit. I'm not putting up with it.
Yeah, you're real scary.
I don't give a damn who the hell you are. You might have done a ton of good for everybody else. You come on there with one eye crooked and everything else and talking all this crap, and I don't even know who the hell you are. And then you're going to sit there, and every time I get into the live, you're going to sit there and disrespect me? And you think I'm going to keep my mouth shut? I don't give a damn. No, I'm not.
Because you sit behind the safety.
That's not going to happen. People give respect, they'll get respect. Well, he's sitting there talking about, oh, respect's not given. You got that right, pal. You're the one that's disrespecting me, and your buddies are disrespecting me. I'm not going around stealing their videos off of your pages and talking shit about them. Is that you, Blake? No, I'm just speaking on what I have every right to. See, like Austin, he's vindictive. He is not interested in doing a review channel. He's interested in doing a slander channel. Because when I went there to try and hash things out, he goes, I don't give a shit. I'm here and I ain't going anywhere. I'm going to take your ass down until you're off YouTube. That's not a review channel. That's slander. That's somebody being downright nasty.
All right, guys. Well, listen, we'll pick up on more of this tomorrow. I just realized it's almost 10. I've got a bunch of shit I got to do. Still waiting on this review channel. Can't wait to see it. And guys, we will catch you tomorrow.